Hello, my name's Adrian Hyde of Adrian Hyde Photography, and today in this video we're going to explore my engine room. Now, what do I hear you ask, what's an engine room? Well, my engine room is the actions I use in Photoshop. So grab yourself one of these. This isn't a lens. Oh no, this is no ordinary lens. This holds coffee, which you're going to need. Ah, nice. And if I manage to get through the whole video, there's something like, I think there's about 70 steps in this action, which I use all the time. So anyway, should we, enough of the jibber jabber, and should we just get into the screen? Have you grabbed yourself a coffee? Because I think you might need one. I think I might need one after this. Okay, so let's go into the screen. And let's start, shall we? Oh, it's going to be a long one, this. It's going to be a long one. Right, so first thing we need to do is to, should we get rid of this? Oh my gosh, turn the welcome tablet's even given up. Right, let's get rid of this. Put this over here because we don't need that for now. We need to open up Photoshop, so double click on Photoshop, and I'm going to open this up afresh because that is better like this. So there's a couple of things I need to do to make sure. First of all, we just got to get any image in here. And what is this? We are going to get rid of all these actions because we don't need them. Looks like replace action, clear all actions. We don't need that. We really don't. So we've got rid of all the actions, and we were in button mode. Let's take it out button mode because we don't need that. So any image. Now I'm going to go into curves, which is Control and M, and I just want to make sure that this is in pigment. This is quite important. Put it in pigment, not in light, because pigment gives you a percentage. It's always nice to have percentage rather than yeah, it's just easier. It's much easier to say I want a percent of this rather than saying I want 10 of these, because 10 of what? So percentage is definitely the way to go. Another thing I want to do is to start off with, we will introduce this down here. It's a temporary Lightroom files, PSD files. So whenever I do a job, I always, let's just open up Lightroom. So afterwards, I export everything out. This is the way I do it. Export everything out to this folder here. So if I want to export this one out, press export. There's a preset in here, Lightroom preset, and it will make this choose here. This is this file here. If you go down, it goes and it just runs it out as a PSD file, which is a big file, but it's better to have all the information that you need. So this is just an image. So you understand where this comes from. This will all become a little bit. You'll understand it a little bit later of why I do this. It's all to add to the confusion. So, should we start? Should we start? Okay, so first thing we'll do, we actually get rid of this first. Don't save. First thing I want to do is actually take a screenshot of something, anything, because I'm going to put this into Lightroom and I'll show you in a second. Any screenshot. Oh, where's that? Oh, it is. This is just a screenshot. Now, if you notice here, this is layer. That has got to be a background. So if you do a screenshot, you bring this stuff in, that needs to be changed. So we are going to create a new set, and we're going to call this engine room. E-N-G-I-N room 2021. Whoops, let's do a little space. Engine room 2021. So that's the set we're gonna record. Now let's record an action, and this action's really simple. It's just to get you warmed up and ready for action. So we're going to call this background. And all this is going to do, let's pick a pretty colour. Let's pick orange, because orange is the preparation for green. So you have red, green, orange. Orange. So we're going to record this, and all we're going to do is just click on here, rename this to background. That's it. You can stop that. Stop. Right, we can put this into button mode, and it's green, so let's just get rid of this. There is more to this. There is a lot more to this. So let's go bring this back into, this will now be layer, and we just hit the background, and it'll change from layer to background. Now this is really important, because if you have any of this, what we're going to do next, and it doesn't, when it runs an action, it doesn't find background, it won't run. It just stop, and it'll be all glitchy, and it won't work as it should do. So now we've got that in place, let's get rid of this. Don't save. Let's pull in this image here, and let's do the holy grails of holy grails. This is going to be now the engine room. So this is going to be green. So we're going to go new set. Engine. Let's call it engine. Let's call it the boiler. Should we call it the boiler? Or don't call it engine. 2021. Yeah, give this a green light, because this is going to be it. Okay, so from now on we are recording our engine. Let's do the nose. So the first thing we will do is we are going to just go into image adjustment levels, and we are going to go down to options, and we're going to enhance monochromatic contrast. Okay. So all these are going to be little incremental improvements to the image. We're going to go into here. We're going to just duplicate layer. We're going to call it sharp. And then we're going to go here, and we're going to create group from layers, and we're going to call this engine room. E-N-G-I-N 2021. Pass through. And now we're going to click on sharp, and we're going to duplicate this layer. Now you can do it in several ways. You can go up there. You can duplicate a layer like we've done before. Where is it? Duplicate layer. Or there's a nice shortcut. There's Option, Command, and J. That worked well. Option, Command, and J. There we go. So by pressing the Option key, that will automatically bring that dialog box up, so you don't have to press another button. So all we're going to do is call this range, R-A-N-G, and this is the HDR range. Well, should we call it HDR range? Yeah, let's go all the whole way. HDR, HDR. range. It's not very HDR, it just opens everything up. But we'll call that for now. So you go, okay, enter. So we're going to go to, make sure this is up and live, and we're going to go image adjustments, shadows and highlights. Now this is quite important. So you go, here you go, 30, tab 30, tab 300, tab, 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 shift up to, boom, done. Okay, then we're going to go into, stay on the same layer there, we're going to go image, calculations. So there you go, merged, great, merged, great, 100%. And this bit here, we want the result to be a selection. Press OK. I have all these marching ants, which you don't need to know about, don't need to look at them. You're going to go here and press this button here. Boom! Job done. It's created a nice mask, looking beautiful, but we don't want it too strong. So I like this to be 3. So I'm going to press V and then 3. And that's going to give us 30% opacity on that. It's not too much. So the next one is, we're going to start doing the contrast. So I'm going to press Command, whoops, let's go here. Command, RGB. This is going to load a load of flying ants. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Trust me. Just ignore it. Right, option down. We're going to go here, and we're going to go into curves. Boom. Boom. Curves. And we're going to call this, what should we call it? Oh, what do we call it? Let's give it a good name. Should we call it highlights? Yeah, let's call it highlights. So these are going to be the highlights one. So IGX, LIGX. I've got to try and keep you entertained somehow. So that's highlights. Everything is good on that. So press OK. Bom, bada, bom, bom, bom. Okay, so now we need to bring this down. So we're going to go into here and press Shift key down twice. 36. Let's make it 35 as the output. Ah. You're really excited about this. Okay, so that is that. So, but then I'm going to sharpen this layer. Should we grab a coffee? This is not going to get cold, is it? It's great this. Look at this. It's fantastic. Did have a Canon on the top, which is not really right, but Nikon's better. Have some more of that in a minute. So what we're going to do now is going to sharpen this layer. So we're going to go into green. Finger on the command key. Can you see this? I'll bring this back here. Finger on the command key, and all we're going to do is press green. That will load up a layer. Then we're going to go up to here, select inverse, dun, 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 and then filter and sharpen, unsharp mask. And in these values here, we must punch these in because it's all part of the action. So we're going to go here 500%, tab 2. That's it. That will apply the sharpness to that. And then all we do then is press Command D to deselect. And that has sharpened the mask. It hasn't sharpened the image, it's just sharpened the mask. So that's the highlights. Next is the shadows. So the same thing again, you're going to press Command to load this, click on RGB, and then you're going to go press Option, and then go hold the Option key, and then you're going to go to Curves, and this is going to be your shadows. shadows. And the last time we had the arrow coming down. This time we want the arrow going up. So that's loaded that mask there. So this, in a second, we're going to invert this mask, but we're just going to push this up 1 to 55. Yeah, 55. So this is at 55. Now I need to invert this mask. I click on the mask, double click on the mask. Yeah, invert. This is going to switch it. Invert, switch that. Now I'm going to sharpen this mask. So Command key, green, it will load the flat marching ants. We need to invert it. Select inverse. And then we need to layer. No, we don't need to filter. And then we're just going to sharpen and unsharp mask. Put in those same figures, 500. Tab, 2, enter. Command D to deselect. So that's that done. And now we're going to start doing some real fun. And this is where I might need to change over. So here we go then. So now this is the next little chapter of this puzzle. We're going to press Option. And we're going to go into this thing again. And all the way down here, you've got selective colour. I'm going to call this clean. Because what we're going to do is going to start minusing the up. We'll see in a second. So up here, we've got, we go into all these different colours. So this is now the opposite. So red, if we take away cyan, this is going to look awful, by the way. Cyan, yellows, it's made up of this one and this one. Greens is made up of magenta. Oh, we'll go back and check these. Cyan is blues. What is blue? I forgot what blue is. Yeah, it's just yellow, isn't it? And then the last one, magenta, is yellow in cyan. And that is way too much. So you're going to go to press V and 3. So just a little bit. Okay, so let's just go through and make sure I did that right. So we got red. Red is cyan. Next one, yellow, cyan, magenta. That's right. Green is just magenta. Cyan, magenta, yellow. Blues just to yellow, and then yellow and cyan, the last one. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so the next one down, we're going to go into command, option, and the selective colour. So we're going to do the opposite now of this. Where's that gone? Select. Yes, I missed it. Perhaps I missed it. I missed it. So this is going to, they're a bit saturated now, so we're just going to replace some of those colours, but the pure version of those. So we're just going to put boost. And this one's quite nice, this one. This is going back into magenta. So going to boost these two colours. So what? Magenta and yellow. It's just the opposite of what we've just done. Yellows is yellow. Greens is yellow and cyan. Cyan is cyan. Blue is cyan and magenta. And magenta is magenta. Right, let's go and check these to make sure I've done it right. We've got red. Oops, red is magenta and yellow. That's correct. Yellow is yellow. Yeah. Green is cyan and yellow. Good. Cyan is cyan. Yeah. Blue is cyan, magenta. Yep. And this one, magenta, is obviously magenta. Good. But this is way too much. So go press V and 1. So we've got cleaner colours, right? Almost there. Almost there. Oh. Just got to sharpen one layer now and then we're done. So right, let's go down here and then click on sharp. Have another drink. Right, so for the sharp layer, it's going to go neutral, so we're going to go green on this. So I'm going to go green, press down command, load this level up. We're going to invert this. Yeah, select inverse, and then we're going to go filter, filter. We want to make, where is it? Unsharp mask. Sharp, unsharp mask. Got to put these values in, 500, tab 2. Okay. And then we'll put this on here like this. Zack. That makes the mask. And then we will now double click on the double click on here on this sharp here. Double click there, and down here we've got underline level. Now if you hold down the option key here, you can split this and make it about 64. Or around about there, that'd be fine. Okay, it's too sharp, so we're going to go V and 6. And then we're going to click on the background layer. And the reason why we click on the background layer, because if we run any more actions after that, it always look for the background layer. Then you can then go to another layer and it just sorts itself out. It's really quite good. So let's go to press here. Can those all done now? We can stop that. We can put this into button mode. And this is the engine now of 2021. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this, don't save. Let's bring it back in. It's a PSD. And all we're going to do is click on it and watch all this happen. There you go. Job done. Excellent. So that's a bit of a relief. Let's have a coffee to celebrate. Which is actually getting cold now. We've got to make a destination folder for this to go to. So this is going to be control, new folder. I'm going to call this job done. Processed. Job done, processed. That is where it's going to end up. So press that now. Let's stop this all again. Let's go up here. Let's close that. Let's get another one in again. Start. Let's get this deleted. Right. So we've got a process, job done, process. That's where it's all going to end up. So here we go again. Start. Let's do this running. Call it running. It's running the engine room, so we need a nice pretty colour. Let's call this blue. Record. And all we're going to do now is very simply tap on engine. press play. That will then run the whole action. And then we're going to save it. So you're going to go Command, Shift, Command and S. This will bring up a dialog box. I want to save this as a JPEG, a big one, but we want it on the desktop and we want it into job done. Where's job done? Job done processed. In there it goes, and this needs to be big. This needs to be big. So actually we'll put in 12 because we need it. So 12, okay. And then we're going to close it. Close. Don't save. Now I need to open up any image. We'll do. Open. Need to stop this. Need to grab his and close. And now we can put this, close this. Oh. PSD. Close, put this in the button mode. Now we've got the background, the engine, and make it run. This is the running bit. So let's just check the running. JPEG is in there. Let's get rid of that. So if I wonder if I can, I bet it won't work. Okay, so what we're going to do now is press running, and that will run the action because there's nothing in there. It won't save it, but it will save as a JPEG down here. So just press this, runs the engine, saved it, and it's down in here and saved as a JPEG. Nice. Now let's set up any image back in here. Let's run the droplet now. Make a droplet for this. So we go into edit, automate. There's automate. I don't do image automate. Where's automate? File, automate. File, automate, and then we need to go to create droplet. So if you've got the last one the last action you ran will automatically be in there, but if we've got several of them, we want the engine room and we want the running one. That's right. So we want this. Let's put this into the job done process, just because I've got 3 screens and it's just really easy for me to see. So we're going to put this running app, and we're going to put this into desktop job done process. It's just literally so I can find it very quickly. And we're back. The GoPro, the battery went. So we're back here. We're now just about to create, yes, here. So we're just going to open this up and literally just drag this out on the desktop. And now we have a workflow. So let's get rid of that. So anything now we drop onto here. Let's just check. Nothing here, nothing in here. Anything we drop now onto here is going to run it. It's going to open up Photoshop if it's not already open. It's going to run it, and it's going to dump folders into here. And it's all nicely done. All processed. All done. Let's just push that over to there. Can we see everything? Is it up? There we go. All processed, all lovely jubbly. So let's get rid of that. Now, the real cool thing about this is with a droplet, anything that we export from Photoshop will end up in here. So let's just pretend that we have files in here. Let's get this one, oops, so you can see them. this PSD. So it runs PSD and JPEGs the same. Let's put this into here. So you've now got a mixture of 3 different files. They're all go into here. Photoshop will pull them straight in. I'm glad I didn't move that. So I thought it would have opened it up. So there's 1, there's 2. There's 3. There we go. So we can click on that. That's that one. They're all the same. What's this one? Oh, I think it's still running them. You've still got this one to run. There's PSD. Because the PSD files, they take a little longer to come through. This one's done now. It's a bit big. Let's make it smaller for you so you can see. Look at that. This action is so nice. That's the last one. It's so nice. Look at the detail in that shirt. It's lovely, absolutely lovely. Okay, so that's that. So, let's bring this up and get rid of those. Bring this back over. Bring it back over and put it on there. So let's go back over this camera. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you made it to the end of the video. If you didn't, actually, it's mainly for my purposes, because if I ever lose my book, then I'll be in a lot of trouble. So at least I've got a record of my injury. So until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.